Look, if you've been a viewer of my content for basically any amount of time, you know that music is probably one of the most important things to me in a game aside from the actual gameplay itself. Games like Trepang 2, Pacific Drive, Stardew Valley, Ocho, hell, even Minecraft are all great games, but more than that, they have phenomenal soundtracks that perfectly complement the gameplay. Music is important to me in games because it fills the world with sound and heightens its character. Ocho and Trepang start and do not let up with their heavier soundtracks that complement the gunplay. Minecraft is peaceful and playful and filled with wonder that makes you stop and appreciate the world and everything you've built. And Pacific Drive has a wonderful driving soundtrack that sometimes just has me sitting in a garage vibing out while I work on my car, which, now that I think about it, is fitting considering the game. Okay, but now what if we strip all that gameplay out, leave in the banging tunes, throw in Arkham-style combat, and make you just bare fucking knuckle brawl in the streets to duke it out with your former bandmates in an effort to find out who killed you 10 years ago and knock some sense into said former bandmates, who are all now corporate music stooge douchebags. Make the combat line up to the music, and I give you Dead as Disco, a phenomenal game with an even better soundtrack. So let me give you the basics. You are Charlie Disco. After being murdered by your former bandmates 10 years ago, you're brought back to life by Vice, a glittery skull and massive fan of your band, Dead as Disco. However, there's a catch. It's for one night only, and a soul is expected by the end of the night as repayment. All of said bandmates are now working for a corporate empire named Harmony, who, more or less, control a lot of things. City transport, AI data centers, one of their executives has access to a massive arena whenever he wants it, and they have your former guitarist hooked up to the city reactor. So it's safe to say they're in charge and they've spent the last 10 years turning your friends against the very memory of you. Not happy with how your former friends ended up, you set out to beat some sense into them and find out who killed you and why. To do this, Dead as Disco works on music-based combat. You hear that music? Time your attacks to it. Beat to the beat. At the start, you'll have basic punches, dodges, counters, and fever rush. But as you continue, you'll unlock things like heavy kicks, whirlwinds, and drumstick tosses. Honestly, Disco's combat isn't anything special in and of itself, but it's the way that it's presented and the combination of its tight gameplay and score-based combat that makes it memorable. The game gives you plenty of ways to fight with an upgrade tree that unlocks new moves, extended lives, more fever bars, and gives you little buffs here and there. So with that out of the way, pick your start. There are currently 4 idols that you can fight. Each idol has a bit of build-up, fighting the goons, building up your score, and multipliers before the main event. There's Hemlock, a British punk rocker who fights in a subway tunnel and uses a bass guitar as a weapon. His song is a cover of Maniac by Michael Sambello, unless you're playing on streamer mode, in which an original song called Authority will play. Personally, I prefer Maniac for obvious reasons, but Authority is also a really good song with a good bass and chunky lyrics. Then there's Dex, a heavily body-modded hard rock guitarist stuck in the city reactor and forced to play for forever. He uses his guitar and the cords he uses for hair as weapons. His song is called Echolocators, and while he is my least favorite fight, his song is a top 5 on the album easily with its heavy emphasis on guitar. Aurora, a K-pop idol with an identity crisis, torn between the family she had and the billion fans she cherishes. She uses meteors, the stars themselves, and lasers to attack you. Because, I don't know, she's just God or something? Though maybe it's a simulation, it's not really clear. Anyways, her song Rhythm Divine has the slowest BPM of the 4 idols, and yet her fight and song are just amazing, with catchy lyrics, an amazing flow, and beautiful visuals, easily tying it for first with
Out of master, the got a reason to boast. Flood game down, they put me on a boat. Beast in the game, you know I won't choke. One with the force, better hope I don't choke. Y'all looking shaky like symbols I choke. Beast getting crazy, I'm moving so wavy, they tell me I'm really just doing the most. I've had enough, y'all disrespect.
Prophet, a rapper who worked his way straight to an executive of the Harmony Corporation, but never really forgot where he came from. He attacks with his fists, just straight hands like you, but he's slower, so he's a bit easier to dodge. His song, Mission, easily tops my list of songs in the entire game with its steady to rapid pacing in lyrics and unrelenting beat. Coupled with the presentation of the level, it's phenomenal, and easily just comes out on top of everything. Beating your former bandmates unlocks new abilities and trees. I'm not going to go into much detail so you have something to discover for yourself, but each idol does have an ability to unlock that completely changes how you play the game and approach certain challenges, and even modifies previous abilities from your main tree. Fighting to the beat of the music itches my brain just right, chaining punches, parries, dodges, and special abilities to get a higher and higher score. Sliding around, zipping across the arena, and launching people with kicks, while K-pop, punk, rock, rap, or even heavy rock blast in my ears, filling my brain with endless fucking dopamine. Don't like those 4 songs I listed? Cool. Head over to Infinite Disco where a grocery list of music waits for you, all ready to play. My personal favorite from the non-idol songs is probably Neko Neko Let's Go, as it sports a high BPM and I enjoy the faster paced songs. Other songs of note are Wish, Hyper Sunrise, and Mensch Machine. Honestly, the whole setlist is really good, so play through all of them a couple times just so you can find your favorites. Infinite Disco has 3 modes. Free play, where you can just fight to your heart's content while listening to the music, even selecting the infinite loop option so it never stops and vying for the top score in the leaderboards. Challenges, a song with conditions to win, half of them are just to survive the entirety of the song, but the other half are things like fighting double idols, all idols in a row, killing a certain amount of enemies within a set time limit, or pulling off certain moves and killing enemies. It's nothing too extravagant overall, but it's just enough extra content to keep you in the game. These challenges are also rated. The better you do, the more stars you see, so try to 5-star everything. Don't like those? Well, Dead as Disco allows you to make your own challenges, add in your own parameters, and as many enemies as you want. Or, well, as many as your computer can handle. Oh, but FaZe, I've been playing the game. I've done everything and there's no more content and I don't want to wait while it's in early access, I hear you say. Well, do I have news for you.
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at
Hey, so I just risked a copyright strike for y'all, so I don't know, maybe like the video, maybe subscribe, you know what I'm saying? No, but seriously, this game allows you to import your own music. Just grab the totally legally acquired MP3 file that you just so happen to have, plop it into the folder, and you're good to go. Can't think of any songs? That's fine, just upload some meme audio, I guess. See? You can also set the BPM if you want. It doesn't necessarily need to match the song, and the community is constantly showing off different songs they map and play. It's actually really cool seeing how far some of them go. Speaking of community, this game has an active one. They have a pretty active speedrunning scene that my good friend Welsh is a part of, where people try to beat the idols as fast as possible. a leaderboard that Welsh is also a part of, and actively vying for the top spots in, where players compete for the highest scores possible, discovering new ways to rack up the biggest combos and multipliers, and also a lot of casual stuff in the Discord, where people just kinda talk and chill and play the game together. Or general stuff, you know? Dead as Disco is probably my favorite game of the year so far. It's got everything I love. Solid, punchy combat, quick, zippy action, amazing music, and endless replayability. Add in the different fun characters, the bar that you can kinda just run around, the various upgrades, and the constant want to do better and better, and I couldn't be happier. This game was quite literally made for someone like me. This game is phenomenal. It is amazing, and it is constantly being updated with new content and bug fixes. The devs are active, the community is friendly, and they are always doing something. If this sounds like a game you think you would enjoy, buy it. It's like $25 American, and I'm sure it'll go on sale at some point. But even if it wasn't, I'd still be willing to pay double for this game easily. The game is currently only on PC, but they do have plans to enter console on full release and even mobile later on. I cannot recommend this game enough to you. I cannot glaze this game enough to you. I cannot tell you how much fun this game is, and I cannot tell you how much you should be playing this game. Welsh has already over 100 hours, and while I only have about 30 hours at the time of recording all of this, I'm loving it just as much. So, play the game. Beat up the idols, add in all the songs, and play them all. Beat your friends in leaderboards. Unless you're me and your best friend is actively competing for the #1 spot, then just kinda play it to the heart's content and be happy it exists. Anyway, that is all I have for you all. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. However, if you didn't make it to the end of the video, well then you won't hear me curse your family in reverse. We have a Discord if you want to join that, where we have a good amount of people hanging around and would love to have you. A final thank you to all of these people who support me. They keep me going even when I don't think these videos are good. So, thank you to those guys.